Hello, I'm Samuel Perez, Security Product Manager, and I'm here to talk about IoT security at the edge. To get us started, the challenges we're having to address is that we're seeing in our houses, in our networks, everywhere, more and more IoT devices propping up. The challenge with these devices is I can't run any agent of them. They could be compromised, and that threat, that virus, that worm that got on that device could easily spread horizontally. So how are we going to figure that out? So the first thing is, with all these devices we have here, the first thing we're going to have is, as we connect them to the network, we're going to identify them. Okay? Here's where ClearPass comes into the picture. ClearPass, based on its profile, based on its user identity, based on the health of the device, is going to give him the right role in the network. This is going to be a voice phone. This is going to be an iPad. That is a security iPad because it's in the hands of a secure person in, let's say, a store. Okay? So the first step, we are identifying everything that connects to the network, and we're assigning the right user role to it. The next thing is that once these devices are connected to the network, we need to enforce all our security policies, okay? So let's say our iPad, in the hands of a security guy, tries to connect to a camera, right? As I connect it to the network, this wireless LAN, the switching, can tunnel these devices all the way to my branch gateway. This branch gateway is a unified threat management device, okay? And all the traffic, as it goes from my iPad to my camera, is inspected. We're talking about stateful firewall, we're talking about deep packet inspection, we're talking about things like URL filtering or IP rotation. We're also talking about more advanced threats, like the things we could detect with an IDS IPS, right? So this is our unified threat management device. This iPad can reach the camera. This iPad cannot hack the camera, okay? So we're protecting it. And next step, we're going to see how we're detecting it. This unified threat management device is inspecting every single traffic flow that traverses through it, all north-south traffic, all east-west traffic. So whenever this iPad, or if this iPad tries to do a command and control, tries to do some malware attack, tries to maybe just do a port scan of the camera, of the payment gateway, or of any other device I have in my network, it is coming through my unified threat management that is correlating that is analyzing that against a huge database of potential threats. Okay? Not only that, all traffic that is being seen through the UTM device is being fed to Central, where we have our device analytics to figure out, to double check that we actually classified every device as we should have classified it. What we thought was a computer is some Raspberry Pi running a non-sanctioned version of Linux. Okay? If that were to happen, Central or Device Insight, the device insight component in Central, would immediately notify ClearPass, and ClearPass can change the role of this device. Great. So we are protecting, we are detecting. What happens when you get attacked? What happens when some threat hits any of these devices? And trust me, at some point it will. That's fine. As soon as my UTM, as soon as some third-party security service, as soon as anything detects in the network that there is any type of threat, we are informing ClearPass, and ClearPass will react by putting that device that is potentially impacted in a quarantine role. Let's say it was this iPad. We move this iPad to a quarantine role, we isolate it from the rest of the network, and we then have all the logs, because all the information, every single packet has gone through our UTM. So we have responded by quarantining the device, and we have all the data to recover from the threat. So in a nutshell, with this solution, with dynamic segmentation, we are simplifying the network. We don't need a lot of VLANs to segment our traffic. We are naturally doing that by sending traffic through the firewall when we want to. We have increased the security because every traffic, every packet is being inspected. And we have done it in a much more scalable way. We don't have to keep track of VLANs. We don't have to keep track of ACLs. We don't have to keep track of individual configurations. We can configure this from central, replicate it across 1,000 devices, and all the intelligence resides here. All the intelligence is centralized so that I can have a consistent policy, I can have a scalable configuration. If you want to learn more, please visit our website.